Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Welcome to another holiday special. Today is all about love, of country, of family, of principle, and how those things can collide in the hardest ways. On February 14th, 1779, while most of us picture roses and sweethearts, the Georgia back country saw gunsmoke, desperate charges, and one of the most meaningful small victories of the American Revolution, the Battle of Kettle Creek. This isn't a ghost story, it's a human one, about men who fought on opposite sides, sometimes knowing each other from before the war, and about the personal costs that don't show up in the big history books. Let's step back to early 1779. The Revolution is going badly in the South. British forces under Lieutenant Colonel Archibald Campbell had captured Savannah in December 1778. Augusta was in Loyalist hands. The British Southern strategy was rolling: recruit local loyalists, often called Tories, secure the backcountry, and crush Patriot resistance from the inside. Colonel James Boyd, an Irish-born settler from South Carolina, was one of the key recruiters. He'd raised roughly 600 to 800 Loyalist militia, numbers vary slightly in accounts, but around 700 by the time of the battle, from the Carolinas and Georgia. These were farmers, tradesmen, men with families who believed their best future lay with the crown. Boyd was marching them south to join the British garrison at Augusta, bringing horses, cattle, and supply, and hoping to swell British numbers even more. Sunday, February 14th, dawned mild. Boyd's men camped along a bend in Kettle Creek, a shallow, marshy stream in what's now Wilkes County, about 8 to 11 miles west of present-day Washington, Georgia. Many were slaughtering cattle for breakfast, horses grazing, sentries posted but relaxed. No one expected trouble, but trouble had been shadowing them. A Patriot force, about 340 to 400 militia from South Carolina and Georgia, had been tracking Boyd. Leading them was Colonel Andrew Pickens of South Carolina, a Presbyterian elder known for his discipline, with Colonel John Dooley and Lieutenant Colonel Elijah Clark of Georgia. These were tough frontier fighters, many with personal stakes in the fight. Pickens split his command into 3 columns, himself in the center with roughly 200 men, Dooley on the right, Clark on the left. The plan was a classic envelopment: surround and crush the camp before Boyd could organize. Around 10 a.m., things went sideways fast. An advance group fired too early, alerting the Loyalist pickets. Surprise was lost. Boyd rallied his men, formed lines on higher ground, and the fight turned into a brutal 2 to 4 hour slugfest, accounts vary on exact duration, across the creek and swampy ground. Men reloaded muskets with blackened hands, waded freezing water, fired from behind trees. Dooley and Clark's columns got bogged down in the swamp, but eventually pushed through. The turning point came when Boyd himself was hit, badly. Reports say he took multiple musket balls, and he fell, mortally wounded. With their commander down, Loyalist morale collapsed. Many fled across the creek in disorder. The Patriots pressed the advantage. Casualties were heavy for the Loyalists. Roughly 40 to 70 were killed, including Boyd, about 75 wounded or captured immediately, and many more scattered or were later taken. The Patriots lost far fewer, 7 to 9 killed and 14 to 23 wounded. In the aftermath, pickets approached the dying Boyd. The 2 men likely knew each other from pre-war life in the back country. According to reliable accounts, including those preserved in historical records and later cited by scholars, Boyd, conscious but fading, asked Pickens to deliver a message and personal items, some sources mention a brooch or lock of hair, to his wife, informing her of his fate. Pickens promised he would, and he did. It's a quiet, human moment amid chaos. 2 men on opposite sides, one granting the other a final act of dignity and love. That promise matters. It reminds us that even in war, people carry hearts with them. The victory at Kettle Creek was small in scale but huge in impact. It shattered Loyalist momentum in Upper Georgia. Recruiting dried up. British Commander Archibald Campbell abandoned Augusta shortly after, retreating towards Savannah. The British grip on the Georgia interior weakened for a time. While the war dragged on, with setbacks like Briar Creek soon after, Kettle Creek showed that Patriot militia could win when they fought smart and together. Andrew Pickens himself later called it the severest check and chastisement the Tories ever received in South Carolina or Georgia. So, this Valentine's Day, when you're thinking about love, whether romantic, familial, or the love of an ideal, remember Kettle Creek. It was a day when men fought for what they believed would secure a better future for the people they loved. Some won, some lost everything, and in the middle of it, one dying commander trusted his enemy to carry a message home. That's the kind of story that lasts. Thanks for joining me on this Valentine's Day special. History isn't always pretty, but it's full of people trying to do right by the ones they care about. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and hold the people you love a little closer. Have a great day, everyone.